Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome to the 2018 Founders Cup here in Akwesasne. We are at the end of day 4, near the end of day 4. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. We have a great matchup tonight between the Seneca War Chiefs, who you see there in their crease, and the Manitoba Blizzard just coming onto the floor. And Pat, you're going to take a look at our players to watch for today. Who are going to be some key players that will be significant to the importance, to the success of their teams?
Well, I think for both teams, there's many players to watch, but if you're picking one for tonight's game on the offensive side of the ball for the Seneca War Chiefs, Sherman Williams. He's been one of the top players. So much fun to watch. 13 points, 3 games, 6 goals, 7 assists. But he's a leader, a vocal leader on and off the floor. He's a big piece, as you see right there, wearing his Genesee Community College jersey. You see his stats right there as well, and an overall great player.
And on the other side for Manitoba, they're coming off a big win after they had kind of a desultory performance against Ontario, and then they came out and were fantastic yesterday, beating the Mohawk Medicine Men 13-7.
Yeah, I think we talked about it so many times. It's that core 4 that are so key to this team. We know they are going to be good here tonight. Seneca just has to try to contain them. It's impossible to shut them down. You're going to have to contain them. It's now you look at this roster for the Blizzard, and are other players going to step up and be key contributors?
Well, and the thing, Kelson Borisenko has had a monster game. Colin Poitras has had a monster game. Andy Zunn is due for one of those.
Yes, so good call.
He's my guy to have a big night if Manitoba is going to be successful. The first battle is along the boards, and it is come away with by Hoyodaiga. Hoyodaiga. I can't do it. I've been practicing.
We were told Hoya's whatever one they seem to call him.
A family member is staying in our hotel with us. So there's a backdoor attempt, and the first goal of the game, just like that, is scored by Clay Scanlon. Sherman Williams has been great for the Seneca War Chiefs. So has Clay Scanlon. He is virtually unstoppable on top like that.
Yeah, Clay Scanlon has been one of the most electric players here. You see the pass coming over here, and it's Keelan Seneca. Both those two getting confused quite a bit with the long hair.
Oh, was that Keelan Seneca?
It was Keelan Seneca, yes.
My mistake. Either way, it was Cody Bielik with the great feed to set up Seneca.
I will say I called this game last night. The numbers are a little bit tough to see. There was a 3 there. You saw the long flow, so no problem there. Both very dynamic players on the right-hand side as well.
Manitoba with their first chance, and there's a goal by Kelson Borisenko. You mentioned a dynamic player, and Kelson Borisenko proves that he is one of those. How many times have we seen him score on that drive to the net and the little sidearm perfectly placed?
I've seen him score plenty of times, and he uses his speed, and that's his patented move. Some players, when they're dancing on the crease, they throw a few fakes. What Borisenko does is just one hard fake and then goes to the other side. Sometimes he'll fake short side, then go far side, or short side to far side. He never switches. He always switches up, but it's always one single fake.
Seneca comes up with the ball off the faceoff. Peter Masters immediately jumping on it. He will hand it off to Clay Scanlon. That is Clay Scanlon there, number 43. And this is Keelan Seneca with the hair tied up at the back. So
yes.
We'll keep it clear. Scanlon was going to the net after a huge pick. And we have a Manitoba player slowly getting back to his feet, Josh Popenick. And two Manitoba players run into each other.
The Blizzard have absolutely no room for players to be going down to injury. Already down one player with their short roster, so all the way down to 15 runners.
Yeah, they had 16, they had a bunch. Here's a chance for them. Nice effort by Borisenko. He winds up in the back of the net, gets a push from Troy Benedict, and then a push from Sherman Williams. And they're going to move up into the offensive zone, the Seneca War Chiefs are. That was Dawit Martin handing that one off. Now in the stick of Caleb Benedict, who had a hat trick yesterday when he got some significant playing time. So much talent on this Seneca team. And the danger for Manitoba is, like you said, short bench. Oh, there's Scanlon going through everybody. It's a goal that's going to eliminate what was going to be a delayed penalty. And we have 3 goals. We've had a lot of low-scoring starts to games in the last 2 days. But this one, we've got 3 goals in 2 minutes.
And all 3 goals have been absolute highlight reel beauties. You'll see here, this move is so good. And by Scanlon, we've seen him do it all week long. But how about that little pump fake and the dip and dunk to finish it off? He has such a hard shot from the outside, so he winds that up, and everyone just assumes that he's going to take that shot. Instead, throws that little toe drag and beats his defender with relative ease.
But if you back off waiting for the toe drag, he
then
rips the shot from the outside.
Yep.
Running forward is Liam Anderson. And we were mentioning Manitoba with just 15 runners. They had 16 because they lost a few guys to broken bones at the Final Five in the Rocky Mountain League. Here's a drive to the net. Crease violation. No, they're going to say no, but it stopped anyway. Manitoba comes away with it, and Taylor Ritchie will run out of his crease. Too many men on Manitoba. And then they've lost another player, Matt Melito. Had to go. His mother was getting married, which to me seems a little inconsiderate of her to get married on Founders Cup weekend. I'm a lacrosse guy, so I don't get why people get married in August.
Well, I mean, they've been the RMLL champions 2 years in a row. Only team in Manitoba. You know they're going to be here.
Yeah, shouldn't be a surprise. There is Seneca flipping it back. That one was tipped, I think, and Sherman Williams does track it down. Borisenko on him. Boy, Borisenko's everywhere. That shot off Medanyuk. Riley Medanyuk, who missed the first 2 games of the tournament as he was serving a suspension for an incident in the RMLL Final Five weekend. Great work by Scanlon to get that one back. A fresh 30 for the Seneca War Chiefs. He'll toss it out to Seneca.
Medanyuk was such a game changer in that Medicine Man game. He had Mitch Laffin in his back pocket all game long.
Here's a shot low, but Andrew Forte not able to find a spot past the stick of Medanyuk, who will step out of his crease and sees Andy Zunn coming off the bench. Threw it a little far for him, but Zunn quickly zips over to get it. Didn't see Seneca coming. The pressure on Manitoba, and the one thing, the Seneca War Chiefs, not only do they have a full roster of 18 runners tonight, they've been rotating players in and out. They're going to be a lot fresher than Manitoba. So Manitoba needs to conserve energy, play smart, and we'll see how things play out through the course of the game. It's just the breaks for Manitoba, literally with the broken bones and figuratively with losing some players.
You know, and the way that Seneca plays, that high tempo transition style, both ways up and down the floor, going in a run and gun match against them doesn't seem like a great idea for Manitoba with only 15 runners. Although
Kelton Borisenko, number 23, does play. There's a behind the back shot, doesn't connect by Wasney. That's Borisenko. His pass doesn't get through, and then he just bulldogs his man to the floor. And Evan Printup just pops straight up. That's great discipline by Printup. And then Borisenko takes a little bit of a swing. Penalty coming at the end of the play to Borisenko. They're both going to go, I think. Yeah. Peter Masters is already in the box. And I'll tell you, that's a win for Seneca. Peter Masters is a fine player, but Borisenko is heart and soul for this Manitoba club.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You know, Masters is a fantastic player, but Borisenko plays both sides of the ball and does it well. It's pretty rare that you can say your one player is your best defensive player and your best offensive player at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So we'll go 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes, barring further penalizations. Williams will get it down low. Seneca hits Martin on the near side. Then they go back to Seneca. Pretty good defense there for Manitoba. That one bounces up and out of play and stays out of play up in the backside of the mesh. So Medanyuk will need a new ball. Nice little safe outlet pass there. And Taylor Ritchie is going to hand it off to Colin Poitras, the captain. Again, 3 of these Manitoba players in the top 10 of all-time Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League Junior B Tier 1 scoring, being Poitras, Zunn, and Borisenko, of course. Picked off, though, by the Seneca War Chiefs. Going for a bit of a run is Ryan Kidd. Ryan Kidd's been a tower of strength as well for this Seneca club. Scored a huge goal the other night, but mostly it's his defensive prowess that's really showing up. Toe drag faked by Scanlon. Continues to move. Feeds it through. What a pass, but not quite finished. It was Caden Porter. Porter takes the pass. Another chance. That one's right in the chest of Medanyuk. Caden Porter out for an offensive shift. We'll see how many times he gets up there. I don't think it'll be a regular occurrence. They have moved some players around now and then. Pressure from Seneca forces Manitoba to eat up half of their shot clock to get up into the offensive set. They've actually got just 10 seconds left as they get fully into it. There's Poitras. Cam Stuckey with the little slip pick and roll. Ooh. Oh, and Poitras lets it rip. It goes off the post. It'll be a fresh 30 if he gets there first. Evan Printup is chasing him down, and Poitras has to sprint the whole way. Little pick from Medanyuk, who just steps out of the way, and Printup falls to the ground. Evan Printup, I think he's actually having a bit of a chuckle. He was bracing for impact, and he's done with the low shot, stopped by Troy Benedict. And the outlet pass 2-on-1 as Martin was coming out of the box. Printup, we saw him score a beauty the other night, but he's going to pull it back out, hand it off to Seneca. No, he's going to make the pass instead to Sherman Williams. Nice. We're back to 5-on-5.
I saw Printup shooting in warm-up today, and some of the beauty goals we've seen him score, no fluke. He was absolutely firing the ball past all three goaltenders that were taking warm-up today.
There's a save by Medanyuk on the backdoor attempt. Still 2-1 for the Seneca War Chiefs. It's already a pretty high intensity game here. The pace very good. Backdoor quick stick attempt around a defender by Sherman Williams. And there's a finish. They're going to say no goal as Clay Scanlon stepped in the crease. Scanlon's brother's also tremendous lacrosse player. So I was talking to a fan who was wearing a Tommy Scanlon, a Scanlon number 44 shirt.
Nice.
Tommy now in Senior B. And of course, Chase Scanlon, Clay's other brother, is with the Coquitlam Adnex at the Minto Cup right now, won their first game last night. That ball knocked loose by Ron John, and he comes up with possession. And the outlet pass is going to be a one-hop, perfect pass, and a great finish. Is that Jimmy Chadwick on the run?
It certainly is. The pride of Amherst, New York, getting involved in the rush once again. You can hear his father, Butch, screaming from the stands. You just see that one fake and a beautiful bounce shot there. Chadwick actually sitting fourth in scoring on the team as a defender. Pretty impressive. Point number 7 for him.
He's fast.
So fast.
3-1. Seneca pulls ahead. Great face-off win by Andrew Forte. Throws it back to Good Salinas. Salinas playing with the wood stick back there. It's a fairly short-looking wood stick. Normally the woodies seem a bit longer, but quite a compact stick he's got. He can handle that pretty well. He really handles the ball with it. Here's Caleb Benedict. Pass drifts through. They're going to say some kind of violation on Seneca, so it'll be Manitoba ball as we hit the 8-minute mark. Scoring has slowed down a little bit. We had 2 goals in the first 2 minutes, 2 in the next 4 minutes. Now it's been a little bit quiet just for a couple minutes. Borisenko cuts underneath, up to Zun. There's Stuckey. Poitras. Oh, and not a good sign as Troy Glutowski is limping as he goes to the bench. Borisenko couldn't handle that pass. Does corral it off the boards, goes to the middle, runs into traffic and never gets the shot away. Here is a chance in the other direction. Ron John is running. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. That shot from the outside ripped by Sherman Williams, and pressure immediately, but they evade it. And here comes Manitoba. Blaise Bezecki down to Poitras, back to him. He's going to pull it back out because there was no clear lane to the net, and they'll hand it off to Stuckey to get going.
Blaise Bezecki, one of the first team all-name teams.
Picked off. Here's Ron John running. Great hustle by Wasney to try and stay on him, and it looked like he distracted him just enough. I think we're going to have a too many men call. We are against Manitoba. Great job by Wasney to get back, though, and just make it difficult for Ron John to get the shot that he wanted because he's deadly in transition.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's one of those players that are so deadly on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball.
We would like to thank our sponsors for the Founders Cup. Today, Twin Leaf is making this broadcast possible. We thank them for being a part of JVI Sports Network's coverage of the 2018 Founders Cup. I'm Stephen Stamp, joined by Pat Gregoire, and we are very pleased to be bringing you this Founders Cup Championship. It's getting down to the last day. Tonight is the final game of day 4. Picked off, great job. And William Lutz goes for a run. Penalty coming to Seneca. And Tawheed Martin can't believe it, or Peter Masters can't believe it. Medaniuk heading to the bench for the extra attacker. That was one of the slower sprints to the bench I've ever seen a player take. They are shorthanded, so he's not going to actually come to the bench. He's just going to stand nearby. And the 30-second clock not running because they're shorthanded. I thought Medaniuk would actually come to the bench and they'd get a player out into the neutral zone. Mm-hmm. But interestingly, they just decided to leave him close to the bench. He grabs a sip of water while he's there. And too many men on Seneca, so that will make it 4-on-4 for the next minute and 14 seconds, matching too many man penalties.
I know it's crazy to say considering how quick and speedy Seneca is on the defensive end, but 4-on-4 for Manitoba all week long. We've seen what they've been able to do. Borisenko, give him that much more speed and time and space. Good luck.
You get it across to Stuckey. He's out there with Glutowski. Good to see him back out after he limped off earlier. He's coming to set the pick on Ron John. He just can't get to Ron John, who's moving so quickly with Stuckey. And he winds up making the strip, and there's good Salinas. We'll just lob it ahead. Clay Scanlon. They will move on. 14 seconds in the shot clock. Seneca start to attack. Benedict waiting for some help. We'll flip it over to Scanlon on the far side. Low shot. The rebound comes out and is going to be still available. Snagged there. Nice job by Garrett DePape.
DePape, one of the energy players out the back door for the Blizzard. We've seen him get into some penalty trouble throughout the tournament, but he loves playing with that edge and just sometimes a little too much over the edge.
Yeah, the pass by Blaise Bezecki to Poitras. Poitras did not realize that was coming. He took a look and then headed off into the corner. Cody Bielik. I was talking to them beforehand, and they said, hey, make sure you get it right, Bielik. And then the first time I mess it up.
Pressure's gotten to us.
Clay Scanlon behind the net. They are on the penalty kill now. 28 seconds left in the too many men call. Scanlon running out from the corner. Oh, getting the ball almost loose there. Nice effort by Kieran Mulvaney. And then just swatting at the stick, and eventually the ball does come out. That was William Lutz going after it. And they will get possession. Oh, and there's a loose ball foul called, and Seneca gets it back after all that work by the Blizzard to get the ball back. It is handed over to the War Chiefs on the violation.
Unfortunate there, as that's probably going to be, not probably, it's for sure going to be enough to kill off the rest of this penalty.
Sherman Williams will just hang on to the ball. You're going to be going down on the turf during the intermissions, chatting with a player from each team. Manitoba in the first intermission, and then Seneca in the second. There's Scanlon with the move, or Seneca, sorry, with the move. That shot well wide. It's going to roll all the way down to Troy Benedict. They've got 8 seconds on the clock. Long pass. Actually gets through, and they say no goal. Crease violation? Or did it just not go in?
I just don't think it went in.
It was close, though. A kind of a odd hop, and somehow, with no time, Manitoba just kind of dozed off a little bit, and the ball got right through.
That's why you don't give up until you hear that horn from the shot clock. Once it buzzes, then you can relax. But great job there by Seneca to make something happen out of nothing.
Borisenko looking to feed, goes back door, quick stick attempt, but Glutowski couldn't find the mark. Now he tries to flip it behind him and it goes straight to Troy Benedict.
Gutowski, that's his bread and butter right there behind, almost behind GLE with that little quick stick behind the net. But Troy Benedict, we talked about how big he is, but he's got such quick feet. He goes post to post so easily.
Seneca backing away with the ball. He's going to lob it up, but instead whips it across the floor. Dawit Martin. There's Seneca with a bouncer. Medaniuk on that. And you can see Riley Medaniuk's a big fella. Takes up a lot of space on the net, but he also moves well. Here is Poitras diving, stopped, and Troy Benedict accidentally lands on top of him, as goalies are wont to do. Then gives him a little tap to get up. But
Poitras feeling that after as he fell. I think that just might be his turf burn that he's been dealing with all week long.
Chance backdoor, and that's a quick stick. Great finish. Dawit Martin just parked on the back door. Sorry, that's Cody Bielik parked on the back door. What a lovely feed, making it easy, and Bielik makes no mistake on the finish.
Let's see here, just great patient ball movement, just slowing things down, and then just that beautiful pass, and Bielik has such a quick stick. It almost seemed like he was getting ready to quick stick it before the ball even got to his hands.
We're seeing the depth of the Seneca War Chiefs. Oh, here's a chance though. Scooping it up off the face-off was Blaze Bezecki, but he was immediately picked up by a few white jerseys. He's going to hand it off to Andy Zunn. Zunn to Borisenko. Backdoor, oh, nice attempt, but the save by Troy Benedict. Same thing applies to Troy Benedict as to Riley Medaniak. A larger goalie, takes up a lot of space, but moves very well. And you can tell a goalie moves well and anticipates well when he's already over there on the post, waiting for that quick stick attempt to come. That shot goes well out, bounces away, and that's going to be possession to the Seneca War Chiefs because it hit the open door of the Manitoba bench. And that's when you got to be a little alert. Just get that door shut when the ball's coming over into your area. Matt Carlin was hoping to get away for a break. Martin attempted to feed it through, doesn't connect, but Williams will track it down, then gets it to Martin. It's a little short arm shot as he's being checked, but it goes straight to Medaniak. He makes the short outlet bounce pass. That was tipped, but still gets through to Glutowski. Poitras has Glutowski cutting, but it's 2-on-4. Now Borisenko on the back door. He's going to be picked up. Moving pick called, and Manitoba surrenders possession. Here comes Ryan Kidd. That one gets away. And now we have another call behind the play, it looks like, and Manitoba will get possession. May have been an early man on the floor too many for the War Chiefs. 4:40 to go here in the first period, 4-1. Seneca ahead. Not too big of a hole for Manitoba at this point. You don't want to let this War Chiefs get too far ahead. Borisenko hands it off to Zunn. Hard sidearm rip. That one goes up high off the backboards and is grabbed there by Peter Masters. He has a look. Zunn is back, so he will just roll it to Seneca, who wound up to fake a shot. Zunn is out playing defense. Not sure they're super comfortable with him, but playing D, but we'll see how he matches up here. He's just going to take the low man. Get whoever tries to cut through. Oh, there's a bit of a fluky goal. Pass through, tips off a stick and heads in. That's a tough break for Medaniak and the Blizzard.
Yeah, fluky goal might be a little bit of an understatement. That's an unfortunate bounce for Riley Medaniak, who's been having a pretty solid start to his game. You'll see Ron John just tries to feed that in the middle.
Did it touch anybody or just
float in? It may have gone off Caleb Benedict's stick. From that angle, we can't really see, but
that's what I thought originally, was that it tipped the stick and bounced down and changed directions. But you watch the replay, and I didn't even necessarily see the contact there.
Well, Mark Thompson was right in front of it. He was the lead official on that play, so he would have had probably the best look at it. So
yeah, we'll see who announces the goal scorer. Here we go. Yep. The tip by Caleb Benedict. Borisenko runs over his man going to the bench, to the crease. And that would be possession call, a fresh 30 for the Seneca War Chiefs.
Benedict had a hat trick last night for 4 points, and he was put back into the lineup. We didn't see much action from him. So
Sherman Williams right on top of the crease, stopped by Medaniak. All three of his goals last night, though, all three of his goals in that hat trick were real shots. Just balls tipping off of him as they tried to pass it to him. We've seen a couple of goals like that during the tournament. Poitras has a lane and rips it home. That is a rocket of a shot by the captain, Colin Poitras.
Yeah, that shot right there is a top 10 RMLL all-time scoring shot. It's not a fluke. Number 9 is one of the best players to ever play at Junior B Lacrosse out west. As you see that shot right there, right over the right shoulder of Troy Benedict. And Benedict had no chance on that one there.
None. .318 to go. It's 5-2 for Seneca, and they will take possession off the face-off. Scanlon hands it off to Martin. Dawit Martin thinking about coming around the screen, throws it behind his back to Benedict. He eludes his man, flips it up to Martin. He's got a lane. The shot, though, straight into the stick of Medaniuk.
Borisenko getting the assist off Poitras' goal, so those two continue to climb up the scoring leaders.
Borisenko with the ball now as he steps across the restraining line. Evan Printup up to pick him. There's a chance, but for Lutz, he can't get much off, but he does draw a holding penalty. So with 2:30 to go, Manitoba will go to the man advantage for 2 minutes or less. They would dearly love to get a goal back here on the power play and creep within a couple.
And nearing the end of the first, I think if you go into the locker room with a 5-3 deficit, I think that just looks so much more visually appealing than a 5-2. 5-2 just seems, for whatever reason, I know it's just one goal, but it does look a lot better for Manitoba.
It does. I had a little chuckle because Colin Poitras and Mark Thompson shared a little smile there. You just never know. Oh, there's a big hit by Gutch Salinas. That's going to be an interference call. Just a possession call, fresh 30. Does let the Blizzard set up again on the power play. After the ball had gotten loose. There's Zun. Back up to Poitras. Just playing catch for now. Then skip pass. Borisenko can't hit his target. Poitras tracks it down. And Pat Gregoire is going to make his way down to floor level, where he will be joined by a Manitoba Blizzard. But he's, what an attempt on the back door. Glutowski just misses. Borisenko with the forecheck. Nice job to run out of trouble there. And still sprinting up the floor is James Chadwick. All the way. He's going to turn back around, though, and toss it out top to Bielik. He hands it to Forte. Chadwick just getting to the bench, so Sherman Williams will come off the bench, step across the restraining line, and take the pass. Manitoba, at this point, not chasing. Hard when you've only got 15 runners, to put too much pressure on the penalty kill, or on the power play defense, sorry. That's Popenick up there at the top. Now it comes over to Forte, and he is watched by Ritchie. It's Taylor Ritchie's number 7, Evan Ritchie wearing number 13. So you keep him straight for the Manitoba Blizzard. 55 left in the period, 24 now left in the penalty to Cameron Carpenter. They're being served by Cameron Carpenter. Pass across to Seneca. Popenick is close, but not really pressuring. 4 seconds, they will effectively kill the penalty. And Clay Scanlon comes out to join, and they have a full 30 on the shot clock and less than that on the game clock. So we're into the final offensive possession. They do not bring Troy Benedict out. Thought they might get him to the bench. Not even looking his way at this point. So with 12 seconds left, this is what you get. Clay Scanlon, behind the back flip to Williams. Hard rip, bounces off of Medaniuk, and Manitoba wants a timeout. They're going to have a discussion about that. Should we have taken that timeout? They'll have about 5 seconds to try and generate something. Medaniuk comes to the bench, and he will stay there for the extra attacker. And 6 Manitoba forwards will go out and try and create something. Pat Gregoire, you're down at floor side. What do you think of that timeout call with 5 seconds to go?
I mean, there's not much that you can generate here, as the ball will start at half with 5 seconds. I don't know if they're just trying to chalk something up here, maybe go to the second intermission or first intermission with only being down 3. I don't really know what they're trying here.
It's not even at center. It's down right near their own goal line. Andy Zunn will have it as we're still ticking down the timeout. We've seen this a number of times with the teams. They take pretty short timeouts. Everyone's out ready to go, and we're just waiting for the clock to tick down for the timeout. Andy Zunn and Mark Thompson have a little chat while they wait for a play to be ready to go. There is the buzzer, 4.9 seconds. We'll see if Zunn runs or throws. I think he got to throw this ball, and he can rip it. Lets it go. One hopper, but it's picked off immediately by Evan Printup. And he just throws it back to Zunn, who was winding up to go back and forth once more. Didn't quite connect with him, or he ran out of time, sorry. And it will be 5-2 for the Seneca War Chiefs over the Manitoba Blizzard through 20 minutes of play. And Pat is out grabbing his man. I'm not sure that we know who it is. I think they were going to decide during the period. And it looks like it will be alternate captain William Lutz, I believe. Pat Gregoire on the floor. Go ahead, Pat.
All right, joined by Will Lutz of the Manitoba Blizzard. You find your guys down 3 goals. Offense at a premium that period. What do you guys need to do to get some goals here in the second?
You know what? I think, especially our offense, like we can move the ball well. You know, we got some really skilled players. I think if we just like expose their defense a little bit, move that ball, get inside, and I think we'll just bury. And I think that's how we'll get some success.
Pretty strong defensive period for you guys, but it seems like your defense has completely changed since the goaltender Medzania joined you after his 2-game suspension. Does he boost a little bit of confidence for you guys?
Oh yeah, like Riley, like Ducker does a great job in net. Like he's constantly talking to us. He's a huge influence for our defense. He helps us out a lot. So him coming in net, that's a big presence. He's a veteran goalie, so you know what, he sticks between the pipes, and like he makes some big saves for us. So it gives us like defense and even our team a lot of confidence.
Getting back to the offense, we've been talking a lot of the trio with Patras, Borisenko, and of course Andy Zunn. They're 5th-year players. What have they been able to do, not just at this tournament, but throughout their junior careers? How special have they been to Manitoba lacrosse?
Oh, like they've been huge. You know, on and off the field, they do a hell of a lot of off floor things like volunteering. We truly try to spread the game in Manitoba. So they're huge on and off. Yeah.
All right, I'll let you get back there and regroup the troops and get ready for the second period.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Second period coming up here on JVI Sports Network. You will not want to leave because there's some great action coming up.
Welcome back from Cross Friends to the 2018 Founders Cup. It's 5-2 Seneca. I'm Steven Stamp, joined by Pat Gregoire, and let's take a look at how we got to this point.
Well, Kelson Borisenko continued his unbelievable Founders Cup with a great goal. We've seen him do that play so many times, and speaking of seeing the exact same play so many times, Scanlon throws his patented toe drag, and this one probably not going to find its way into our highlights of top plays, but nonetheless it still counted, and that's how we find ourselves 5-2 in favor of the FNLA champions, the Seneca War Chiefs.
Manitoba back coming out onto the floor. Seneca already gathered in their crease, as you see to our left. They will be going left to right in this period, wearing those lovely white with purple and green uniforms. Manitoba, maybe a little more traditional style. I like the blue with the white. They've got their whites here as well, which they have worn once. And Pat Gregoire, obviously first of all, we see some folks dancing in the stands. There's some happy young lacrosse fans here at the Turtle Dome. And Manitoba needs to get going in the second period. As you talked about in the intermission interview, got to generate some offense.
Yeah, they have to get something going. There's far too much firepower on offense from this Manitoba team, but I did mention it. You know, there's so much depth on the back end for Seneca. They're able to throw three solid defenders to, shut down the likes of Andy Zunn and contain Colin Poitras, and of course trying to contain Kelson Borisenko. And I mean, if you say at the end of the day Borisenko's only going to have a goal and a few assists,
oh, you'd be thrilled.
I think you'll be
yeah.
super stoked about that. He had just 2 assists registered in the second game they had against Elora, and look how stagnant the offense was there. I think that's the key. If you can shut down Borisenko, which is difficult.
Sure, there's a player in the penalty box for the Seneca War Chiefs, and they only have 4 guys on the floor. So that's Gutch Salinas. Must have taken something right at the buzzer. I don't recall seeing it called or hearing the announcement, so I'm not entirely sure what it was. But we are underway, and Seneca gets the ball off the face-off. Jimmy Chadwick comes up with it. Turned over, though. Here's a chance for Poitras. Saved by Troy Benedict. That's a big one. Poitras trying to get to that ball. Great positioning, though, by Hoya John to come up with possession. While it was having print up, they got it and rolls it to Clay Scanlon. A little congestion along the bench, but then they just break out. Get it back up to Scanlon to start this penalty kill in full volume.
Oh, so many times this week we've seen Seneca just chew up clock on the kill, and this time they're just swinging the ball east-west so well. Back and forth they go. That time, not so well. That's going to be over and back.
Out. Clay Scanlon trying to argue a bit, but it clearly did come out. Seneca War Chiefs looking to continue their string of medaling at Founders Cups. They've medaled in the last 4. Bronze the last 2 years, silver the 2 years before that. Borisenko tries either a pass or the bounce off the back of Benedict. It was knocked away by Benedict's stick. He gets it out to Borisenko. It was Poitras behind the net there. And possession handed to the Seneca War Chiefs as the ball went out of play. They've got 38 seconds left to kill. Taken to the floor was Andrew Forte. Held onto it momentarily, but then it got loose. Ron John knocks the ball away. Sorry, there's Caden Porter, and here's a drive underneath.
Ooh.
Oh, penalty coming to Kieran Mulvaney. I thought that was all right until right at the end he did land on the head of Dawit Martin.
I was just going to say, I think it was just that little extra shove at the end where Martin's head just goes right off the turf. We'll see it right here. And just, ooh. Yeah, Martin's face slams down pretty hard.
So 2 minutes or less for Kieran Mulvaney. We've got 15 seconds remaining in the Salinas penalty. Here, the Seneca War Chiefs will pull their goaltender and go to the attack. And then when their penalty expires, Salinas can just step to the bench and Troy Benedict will head back. That will maximize the time that they have on the man advantage here. That happens. And as Benedict goes back, Sherman Williams takes a peek. They're just going to wait to make sure he's close, and now they're going to attack, and they've got 8 seconds. Saves you about 4 seconds by doing so. There's a shot turned aside by Medaniak, but they get the ball back, and now a full 30 on the man advantage for Seneca. That worked out perfectly for them. Williams backpedaling. Got a bit of space. Sidearm rip by Bielik. Stopped by Medaniak. They need Medaniak to really be sharp here. And they're going to try to get the long pass. They connect. Gutowski, what a goal. Beautiful pass by Medaniak, who is celebrating in his crease. And he is going to get some congratulations from Colin Poitras. The captain comes down to give him some love. That's a gorgeous outlet.
Medaniak making it rain out here. That gorgeous pass from his own crease. The long bomb goes all the way down, and one of those players in the top 4 of scoring, Troy Gutowski, buries that one there. Might not be one of those veterans of the 3, but we do call him one of the core 4, as he did finish near the top of the RMLL scoring this season.
Yeah, Gutowski was actually second on the team this summer, was he not?
Yes, he was.
So he hasn't been around quite as long as the others, so you don't actually think of him as one, but he is definitely a key player. That's a shorthanded goal by Gutowski to make it 5-3. Seneca will try to reply on the man advantage. Keelan Seneca gets that ball. It's a little bit too far behind Bielik. The pass doesn't get through. William Lutz has it. He's going for a run. And just kind of flings it up in the air for Borisenko to run onto. Clay Scanlon D'ing him up, and Scanlon's going to stay for a defensive shift. Nope, he's heading off to almost pick off the pass. Thought he was going to the bench. He will come up with the ball, tries to barge his way through, and Poitras is called for interference. And here's a rip. Medaniak with the save, and it just rolls by the crease. Boy, Evan Printup thought he had one there.
I mentioned it. He's got such a heavy shot. He is a defender. He's so good as a shut-down D-man, but he's got a heavy shot that he's put on display quite a few times here at the Turtle Dome this week.
We're at even strength. All the penalties over. Drive out by Borisenko. Gets the pass to Zun, who lets it rip. Nice save by Benedict. And the ball is tipped away into the corner by Ron John, and then he comes up with it coming off the boards, and he's going to go for a run. He's got a man ahead, but nicely picked up by Matt Carlin, as Manitoba does a good job getting their defense out on the floor. War Chiefs setting up with 15 left on the shot clock. Forte gets it across to the near side to Porter. They're running out of time on the shot clock. They get one, it doesn't get all the way through. And here goes Garrett DePape.
This possession here for Manitoba is key. You don't need too many men, and as I was going to say that.
Yeah, they had 6 guys on the floor, and
Yeah.
DePape just left it. They had 5 forwards that come out, and he still had the ball. What a catch! Oh, steps in the crease, but a great chance for Jimmy Chadwick. Just a little bit too close to the goaltender, although Medaniak pulled it down. There's Zun, what a rip! The long outlet pass once again, and Manitoba are throwing bombs and connecting to finish. Another nice goal, it's 5-4.
I know usually when you're down a few goals, your coach says, just relax, don't go for the home run goal. But that one there, we've seen 2 absolute long bombs go down all the other way. And this time, instead of an in-tight finish, we see Andy Zun, who you said was expected to have a big game here today, unload his first goal of the game.
It just feels like it's his turn.
I mean, he did have a hat trick in his first game.
That's true.
It wasn't that dominant performance
Right.
where we saw Poitras literally put his team onto the back. And Boroshenko show, as we called him yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, scoring 6 goals and a couple of assists as well.
I believe Boroshenko actually had 4 assists in that one. He was credited with 6 and 4, so big night for him. And Colin Poitras, did you notice, had 10 assists in that game?
Yeah.
That's really something. Short outlet pass for Medaniuk this time, as there was not the bomb to be had.
I see Boroshenko has been only credited for 7 goals, which cannot be true.
No.
He had 6
in one game.
Cannot be right.
No. That lob pass gets away from Zund, but nice job to track it down. And then right on Peter Masters so that he can't break away. Didn't do too much, but that was enough by Zund to stop Seneca War Chiefs from being able to break out in transition. They set up on the O, 18 on the shot clock to work with. We're just over 6 minutes into the second. There's a chance of Medaniuk. Another great save on Dawit Martin. Poitras playing some D. He indicating ahead and gets it to Boroshenko. They don't get an opportunity in transition, but Seneca still getting settled into their defense. There's good Salinas. Salinas blocks the shot, holds himself momentarily where he got hit, wasn't completely comfortable. Here's a break. The man coming off the bench, nicely picked up by Evan Ritchie. Great job by Manitoba eliminating scoring chances off transition for Seneca.
Yeah, Seneca, though, they thought they may have gone early. I think it was a good change.
It is tricky for some teams coming off the offside benches, the opposite side benches. Holding call is coming. Garrett DePape will head to the box. He actually looked like he actually nodded at the official. I thought it was not necessarily a big hold.
No, I got to agree with you. I don't think it was too big of a hold.
Oh, the jersey.
Yeah. Yep. That's why there's replay.
Yeah. So great call to Calvin Roseberry. We should not. Or was it Mark Thompson making the call down low? Roseberry.
That was Roseberry.
That was Roseberry. Yeah. Shouldn't have questioned him.
Nope. No
you
way.
can see the jersey just coming with the hand as he kind of clamped down there. Comes back to Seneca. Bielik moves it down low. Skip pass. Seneca's going to let it fly. Save Medaniuk. Great job by Ritchie to corral that one and then evade the check by Sherman Williams. The pass ahead, just lobbed up for Wasne. Nice play by Boroshenko.
Tremendous ball movement by Seneca. They're really getting the Blizzard scattered, but then Seneca just kind of settled for that outside shot where I feel like they whizzed the ball around a little more. They might have had a better look.
And there was a shot by Wasne. I'm not sure if that didn't just get out of his stick because there was nothing on that. It just dribbled in. Might have been trying to pull it back on a fake and it just got away from him. Near side to Keelan Seneca. There's Martin. Rip to Seneca. The hard pass. Bielik with the shot and Medaniuk stops that. Nice forecheck to knock that ball loose and then get it back fresh 30 for the War Chiefs. Bielik, he's going to shoot. That one was blocked in front. I don't think Josh Popenick is feeling very good at the moment. He'll cross-check Bielik out of annoyance for hitting him with that shot. All kinds of time in the power play and still no connection. That did touch the goaltender, so it's a fresh 30 back door. Oh, did Medaniuk stop that or was that the post? Either way, ball back out. Popenick gets there. He's still out after having been hit with that shot. There's a hard rip. Medaniuk gets it. What a penalty kill by the Manitoba Blizzard. All kinds of chances. They say your goalie has to be your best penalty killer, and Medaniuk was pretty darn good there.
Either him or Boroshenko, it's close, but no, in all honesty, some unbelievable saves by Medaniuk. He was the X factor, I felt like, last game outside of Boroshenko as well. But
Poitras on the run, bounces one back against the grain off the crossbar. Here's a breakaway. Big save, Medaniuk. He doesn't just stop it, he catches it and makes the outlet pass. He is looking very confident.
Very confident. He was looking for more. He wanted another long bomb pass, but instead he elects for the smart play, going right to Blaze Bilecki just a few feet in front of him.
There's the pass down low. An immediate check forces Akwesasne to throw that pass away, but it is caught. Now they go back to him. That one's picked off. Salinas puts it into overdrive. He is rumbling up the floor. Akwesasne trailing. The pass handed off, but Caleb Benedict lost possession. Does scoot over to the corner and get it back. And they'll slow things down. 17 on the shot clock as we're past the midway point of the second period. 5-4. This is quite a game. Ron John with the pass. Comes back to Scanlon. Now Williams, we'll see what he can set up. That one gets away from Benedict, but he does catch the ball to Williams. Misses the net. He had a glorious chance. And play is blown down. I'm not sure why the stoppage, but they are going to give the goalies a water break. That gives us a chance to thank our sponsors who are making this possible. For JVI Sports Network to bring you the 2018 Founders Cup. Thank you, Twin Leaf. I like that logo, the TL and the two leaves. It's nice. Just saying.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you to Twin Leaf Akwesasne for helping us bring you free coverage of the Founders Cup. We love to make these games free, so it's very important that we have sponsors to do that so that we can get it out there to as many people as possible. We have thousands of people watching these games all over the world, and we're thrilled to be able to do so. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. On behalf of everyone here at JVI Sports Network, we are really, a heartfelt thanks to everyone who makes it possible.
Yeah, that logo almost as nice as Free Lacrosse.
Almost. It's close, neck and neck.
Gotta
leaf
love,
and leaf.
Gotta love, gotta love Free Lacrosse, and I want to thank Twinley for making it happen and all our sponsors.
Borisenko was calling out to a teammate. Zun is the one who comes to help him out. Poitras comes in, thought about letting it rip, goes to the back door. Borisenko on the crease, back door. It was stopped and snagged away. And here come the Seneca War Chiefs on the run. High pass by Hoya John. Hoya Daiwat. I believe that's it. Hoya Daiwat. I've been practicing. But we're just going to go with Hoya because that is what he likes. But I just wanted to get it. Oh. Matthew Carrick is just mean sometimes, our director. I'm trying as hard as I can to get that name. Scrum along the boards. And Borisenko will start. His possession is awarded to the Blizzard. We've got 8:40 to go here in the second period. Borisenko driving to the net. A pair of Seneca War Chiefs on him. He is crumpled to the ground, but Zun is there for the forecheck. Printup will scoop it up. Oh, a pretty early exit off the Seneca bench. That may be the way they're exiting all game on both sides. I just happened to be watching the one player coming off. And now they're going to call too many men.
On that last possession, didn't get mentioned it, but that was an unbelievable slide by Salinas.
Yes. Great awareness, right? I mean, you think of Salinas being the big rough and tough customer, but such great awareness and IQ out on the field, on the floor. Ball gets away from Poitras. He falls, but Zun is there to get it. 12 on the shot clock. They have some time to recover. There's Borisenko cutting to the middle, back door. Gutowski, oh, nice save by Benedict. John gives him a bit of a rough time. And Manitoba gets it back. Zun coming across the middle. He's got space to shoot off the post. Comes flying out from there. And it is snagged by Benedict after I think it bounced off the leg of his defender.
Close call there for Seneca.
Caden Porter hands it off to Seneca. He's looking at all his options. Decides cutting underneath, and the shovel pass works. Porter bounces. That one's up over top of the net. Forte tracking it down, but look at the wheels by William Lutz. That's going to roll back to Benedict, who just flings it down the floor, but it's going to all blue shirts. The shot clock was about to expire anyway. He just wanted to get it out of his zone. 7:06 to go. Pat Gregoire will be back down on floor level in the second intermission to speak to
Jimmy Chadwick.
There you go.
As long as he doesn't make a visit with the garbage can again.
Cut through the middle. Gutowski stopped. Boy, these goalies have been sharp tonight. It's 5-4, but there have been scoring chances. We've just seen some great goaltending. Hard pass to the near side. Borisenko having a look, gets a pick. The roll wasn't there, so he's going to go behind the net. They try. They love that play, the set play with the player behind the net to take the shot off the back of the goalie, but Poitras just never got his stick on it properly.
I think that would have worked too. Benedict was pretty far out of his crease. That would have went right off the back and in.
Boy, goalies don't like that. They don't have much protection back there. Oh, there's a chance in tight. Huge save, Medaniuk. He's pointing out that the shooter had gone through the crease, but he didn't play it, so it's fine. And now the ball gets away from Mulvaney, and Ron John will take possession. Clay Scanlon is down on the floor holding his midsection. He was in the neighborhood of Mulvaney. I didn't see what happened. I don't know if we have a look at that. It was away from the play a bit. Pass to the back door, Scanlon. Swim move, switches hands, back to two hands. Medaniuk, no problem with that one. To Pape. Going to run through Scanlon if he can, or through Seneca. He does. Takes a look at the official to see if there's any call coming, and hands it off to Borisenko. 5.5 to go in the second. 5-4 still. Borisenko with the shot, scores! Kelson Borisenko. Nice little slight fake to Zund just to keep his space open and keep Benedict leaning to his right, then goes back to Benedict's left and finds a spot inside the post.
The bag of tricks Kelson Borisenko has is unbelievable. He'll beat you with speed. He'll beat you with fakes. He'll beat you with that blistering shot that just goes right off the pipe and in. When you say five-tool player, I mean, that is exactly what Kelson Borisenko is.
Yeah. Offensive skill, defensive acumen, speed, toughness.
You name it.
Setup ability. How's that?
That works. He could be even more than a five-tool.
Depends how you define the tools. 5 is usually what people want to come up with. So, Popenick under some duress, still trying to contain the ball, can't get it. Good Salinas will come up with it eventually. His pass back connects, and here's Clay Scanlon with possession. We're approaching the final 5 minutes of the second with a 5-5 score. What a great battle this is for a chance to go on to the championship game and meet the Elora Mohawks in the pursuit of a gold medal. There's Clay Scanlon. He's going to let it rip right into the belly pad, the low belly pad of Riley Medaniuk. Hands it off, and here comes Ritchie. Up to Borisenko. Bit of a whack there by Peter Masters. That pass doesn't connect and is snagged up. That's a good change. Gaining that length of the bench to get Matt Carlin out on Ron John. There'll be a pick, and they switch effectively. Isaac Babulik is out there, number 15, playing some D. Borisenko is up the floor. They were hoping to get the ball back and get an outlet pass. Instead, it's a goal for the Seneca War Chiefs. Risk reward, and the risk bites the Blizzard this time.
Andrew Forte showing off his athleticism here. Puts his defender with a swim, spin, and a beauty skipper. That Riley Medaniuk has next to no chance stopping there.
Colin Poitras was talking to Calvin Roseberry about something that Manitoba wasn't happy about the entire trip back up the floor en route to the bench. It is 6-5 Seneca, 4:17 to go here in the second period. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Thank you all for being here with us on JVI Sports Network coverage of the 2018 Founders Cup semifinals. Lutz gets the ball of possession. The hard pass to Ritchie. Another high pass, and that one's not going to connect. It was a bit too much for DePape. He's just going to trot back and play defense. Seneca in possession. Handoff there by Liam Anderson. And the War Chiefs are in the offensive zone. Scanlon thought about going to Porter. He's going to let a pick come instead. There's Caleb Benedict. Martin thinking about letting it rip behind the back. Wide open. What a save. Medaniuk just gets his hand on Caleb Benedict's shot. Ball loose in the corner. It's going to be scooped up by Popenick. No, it's not. He does eventually get it. He's pinned along the boards. It pops out, but it's snagged there by Ritchie. What a play by Scanlon to get by the pick from Medaniuk, who tries to throw his bum at him as he runs along the boards and just got enough. But man, Scanlon is quick and slippery.
Yeah, slippery is the perfect word to describe the way that he attacks the cage, or like that attacks a player
Here
with
comes
the ball.
Borisenko. He dives. No goal. It was a crease violation, but it's a penalty. Coming, they're going to say holding on Ryan Kidd. He looks perplexed, as penalty recipients often do.
When Borisenko takes the ball to the net, you'll see here.
Oh, yeah. You see again
Yep,
the jersey grab, right?
Yep, that's a outstanding call.
And not only were Borisenko's feet over the cylinder, his stick touched Troy Benedict, so that's clearly not going to be a goal.
Not going to be a goal, but what I was going to say is when he takes the ball down low and drives to the net, usually happens in three things. It's going to either end up in a goal, a crease violation, or someone's taking a penalty because they can't match his speed.
Yeah. And quickness, right? I mean, he gets going. He's got good speed, but it's how fast he accelerates to that speed that really makes it difficult.
0 to
Here's
100.
a chance for Zund. Tries to hit Glutowski on the back door, can't get it. Picked up by Bezecki. Borisenko to Poitras. Everyone's had a touch here. There's Zund. Poitras, hard shot, gets through to the boards. I think it touched Benedict, so it will be a fresh 30. Yeah, it did. Over to Zund. Manitoba, pretty passive power play at the moment. Now Borisenko slipping in behind. They see him. Good Salinas right on him. And that shot by Zund was tipped and just floated in to Benedict. You can see Borisenko's creeping in. There's the forecheck. Big battle. Good Salinas gets in the way. That's a great play by him, but they're going to have a call. Actually, it's Manitoba possession. I didn't see what the 10 second count because they're shorthanded and they did not get across. Great forecheck by Manitoba. Zund taking his time. They're being pretty methodical here. Pat's going to head down where he will meet Jimmy Chadwick on the floor for an interview. We've been trying to get this one going for a few days here. Well, we actually tried the other day. There's a rip by Zund. That's a little wide. 5 on the shot clock. It's being tracked down by Poitras. 3-2. He's just going to have to fling it. That one will get up almost to the roof or the ceiling of the arena here. 36 left on the penalty to Ryan Kidd. And that pass is thrown away, snagged by Taylor Ritchie. He's got some pressure. He'll run behind the net. And then makes the pass back the other way, and they will clear the zone. Kieran Mulvaney. Ate up some time, though. They're down to 18 on the shot clock. And just 15 now on the penalty, as the penalty and shot clock times are almost perfectly matched. Is Manitoba going to try a shot? They seem to be taking their time here. 8, now they've got time to try it without the danger of the ball ricocheting out to set up a breakaway. But now we could have some trouble. He steps out of the bench, penalty box. It is a 2-on-1. Good Salinas with the ball. Sorry, that was actually Liam Anderson. Takes the shot wide, touches off of Medaniak, but goes wide of the net. And it's 6-5 as we're in the final minute of play, and we're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Seneca with the ball. That's Porter handing it off. Looks like Martin was thinking about a shot. Bielik goes backdoor attempt, doesn't connect, scooped up there, and off to the races is Cole Wasney. He turns back, runs by the bench. That can be trouble for too many men, and a penalty coming to the War Chiefs. 22 seconds to go. We'll see what the call is. It's right along the boards there as Wasney took a beating. Caden Porter's going to go off. So what that means is that Medaniak can just stay in his box, in his crease, as it will be 5-on-4. Anyway, and that is significant. Yeah, here it is right along the boards. Right down underneath our camera setup, just to the right of it. 21 seconds. So, as I was saying, what it means is they can shoot early if they want. It looks like they are waiting. Poitras just staying up top. I like going in and starting, and when you have a chance, take the shot. You've got your goalie back there. If you have a rebound, you can get another chance. Poitras rips it. That one stopped. They had to go. Long rip, and that one's just a little wide right. So we will go to the second intermission with the score 6-5 in favor of the Seneca War Chiefs. It should be a dandy in the third, and we're going to hear what Jimmy Chadwick has to say when he joins Pat Gregoire. We did try to have Jimmy on a couple days ago when Pat was going to talk to him, and Chadwick ran into some vomiting issues. after the heat. And then he came to join us, but I was talking to Ron John yesterday because, as you will see shortly, there's an interesting backstory to the relationship between Pat Gregoire and Jimmy Chadwick. And go ahead, Pat. We can do this with everybody milling by.
All right, join alongside Jimmy Chadwick. Jimmy, it seems like got to be on your best behavior.
Yeah, yes, I'm on camera.
Now, it seemed like the last time in the game number 2 against Calgary, when the team started to climb back, you guys were kind of losing your composure, yelling at each other on the bench. The vibe seems much better. Is this a message from your coaching staff, or do you guys just learn from your mistakes from that loss?
Honestly, man, we played 12 regular season games, 3 playoff games in our league. We come here and we play 3, I think we're on our 3rd game, right? 4th game? And we still have yet to put together 3 full periods. And we're still winning or blowing teams out. And it's when we put together 3 full periods, we'll be the best team in Junior B. And we're still waiting for it to happen, but we're a solid team, man. And honestly, all I can put it on is our leadership. You got people like Sherman Williams, Ryan Kidd, Evan Printup. Then you got 5th-year guys like Gutch Salinas, Anson Gardner, myself. Guys who've, lived the dream, guys who've been where they need to be. And it's, people have been here for 5 years, some kids on this team. It's our year. We're sick and tired of coming in 3rd. We're sick and tired of coming in 2nd. And it all starts with the leadership on this team, and it goes down. Without those guys, I have no idea what type of team we'd be. I mean, Sherman Williams is everything you could ever want in a leader, and that's just God's honest truth. He talks when he needs to, and when he doesn't. He's always there for you. He's always going to lend a hand. And, man, I wouldn't be half the player I was this season if it wasn't for what he did for me, and that's a God's honest truth. So Seneca War Chiefs are here. We're here to play. And, whatever happens here, I still love my team more than anything. This is the best team I've ever played on. Gave me the joy back to the game that I love. And, I mean, look at me. I'm in the Founders Cup right now, I'm truly blessed to be here, and that's the God's honest truth.
Now, getting to your game, you mentioned that this is your 1st year, but you have played box lacrosse for the last few years. A little bit unusual with the American game.
Yeah.
But how much has that helped you now develop into a better field lacrosse player?
So I started playing box juniors. I started playing on the res up here. My 1st year playing for the Tonawanda Braves, and I went and played for the Rochester Jayhawks. And then, I played for that Team USA U19 team. And honestly, every single coach I've had, every single person has really helped me develop into the player that I've become. And I got to give everything to them. But I think that going up into Canada for the last 2 years, playing in the OJBLL, I mean, getting a hammer, shout out to the Hammer Bangs. But, the Hamilton Bengals, we got out of a 10-year drought and a playoff streak. And I think that last year really was the year that helped me become the player I truly am. And I think coming here, I mean, Darius Kilgore is the best coach in the game. And I'd put my life on it. That guy forgets more about box than I could ever actually know. He's the best coach I've ever had. He will sit me down and write it out for me. He'll explain it to me. That guy has helped me become the player I am, 100%. And if I spent my last year up in Hamilton, I honestly don't know if I'd been this good or the skill that I have. I don't want to be cocky, but he helped me. He really explained the game to me, and I love it, man. Box is definitely way better than field. I can tell all the kids out there watching. Definitely pick up box lacrosse. They'll have a lot more fun. But I love it, man. I love it.
Well, you heard it first from Jimmy Chadwick, the pride of Amherst, New York. Play box lacrosse. It will help you in field, and it's a lot more fun. Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Shout out really quick. Of course. I want to give a shout out to the Corbett family, who recently just went through a very terrible loss. And I want you to know the Seneca War Chiefs are out here playing for you, Jack Corbett, 100%. Love.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. There you are. We'll be back with the 3rd and final period here on JVI Sports Network.
Well, welcome back to Cross Trends to the 2018 Founders Cup semifinal action, 6-5 Seneca War Chiefs. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second period with Beck Gregoire.
Seen a lot of great goals, but we've also seen a ton of great saves. And Medanyuk makes that big save with the big spoon. And you'll see here, again, another huge save. Once again, just getting a nice piece of that there. And again, Riley Manitoba right there, hand save this time. Although we didn't see any save from Troy Benedict,
He's made some nice ones too. You just hit me when you you guys have no idea how active we are up here in the booth. When we see a nice save, we're acting. You didn't mean to hit me. You just threw out the hand save, whacked me in the leg, and I'm cool with that. I like the passion. It is 6-5 Seneca. They are shorthanded for another minute 38. The penalty to Caden Porter. So we will see if Manitoba can take advantage, and we will also see how they hold up. 15 runners. Again, they had 16. One had to leave. Matt Melito had to leave for his mother's wedding. We've already chastised her for not getting married in October, so we'll move on. But can they continue to run with the Seneca War Chiefs? We know that Kelson Borisenko can, because I don't think he ever gets tired.
I think Poitras as well.
Poitras just keeps going.
He's got a high motor, but I do agree. Who else is going to step up here? Who is going to be that depth piece that comes up in the big moment? They're going to need it.
5-on-4 for Manitoba. A huge face-off win. Again, in Ontario all summer, we have seen the 30-second clock run on penalties this year when the shorthanded team has the ball. That is not the case here. This is CLA rules. That hasn't come across the country yet. So this is a big face-off. And, it's going to be possession for Seneca because Colin Poitras just got onto Andrew Forte's foot and knocked him over. So they were going to try and kill this. Possession passed over to the far side. Keelan Seneca is going to throw it back to the near side to Cody Bielik. Manitoba relatively passive. And again, you talk about 15 runners. Mm-hmm. Can you keep up with the Seneca team? Well, it's not going to help if you have to run around on the power play defense. But you would love to get that ball back and have a chance. It doesn't look like they're going to. Well, they're starting to put out some pressure now. Taylor Ritchie heads out onto Keelan Seneca. Seneca just turns his back to him, ready to absorb the checks on the arm if necessary. We have a $600 50-50 in the building. People enjoying their betting. Cody Bielik will toss it across. Gives you an idea of the crowd that has come in tonight to watch this semifinal. Hopefully we'll get big crowds tomorrow for the medal game day. That pass to Salinas. He dropped it, raced over to get it, caught it just before it got across the line, the restraining line. And with 15 seconds to go, Manitoba clearly content to let this minute 23 that was left on the penalty tick away. All from that faceoff. Shows you how important faceoffs can be in certain situations. They don't always correlate faceoffs to wins, but there are times when it can really help to put you in a position to win.
Oh, absolutely.
Ron John gets the ball, runs in, he's going to shoot, misses on the far side. He'll be snagged right away, though, by Caleb Benedict. He gets it across to Williams. Howitzer from the outside, stopped by Medanyuk. Very calmly and coolly stopped by Medanyuk, I might add. There's pressure, though, from the War Chiefs. They're going to get the ball back and a fresh possession. Sherman Williams picks it up. He's tripped. That's going to be a penalty to Popenick. Benedict heading to the bench. They've got 20 seconds left on the shot clock. And they're just now getting their extra attack route. Ball is thrown. Pass gets away, and it's just covered there by Mulvaney. And Popenick will head to the box for 2 minutes or less, and a glorious opportunity now for the Seneca War Chiefs. Jimmy Chadwick is emphatic, as he saw in your interview, that they will be the best Junior B team in the country. Well, in North America it would be, which really means in the world.
Yes.
Honestly. And they just need to put 3 periods together. They definitely need to put a period together right now if they're going to even get a chance to prove that. But they have an opportunity to extend their 1-goal lead at the moment. Forte takes the pass back from Seneca. Gets knocked down, but then some space, shoots. It goes a little bit wide as Lutz had tripped on him. That shot will go all the way down the floor, and Troy Benedict will just shovel it over to Ron John. 6 seconds left to get a shot. Medaniuk with possession, and now it's Manitoba's turn to try and kill a penalty. Here's a drive to the net. They thought about taking the chance, but Klutowski didn't like what he saw, pulls it back out. Good decision. If you're not comfortable that you can score, pull it out, kill the penalty. Wasnny, he's going to go to the net, but run straight away from it. No question, he just had the one-hand power cradle. Now he whips it down. Klutowski runs into open space, hands it off to the captain, Poitras. Borisenko out there, of course. He'll take the pass now. 46 seconds left. 45 on the penalty. Wasny's going to take a bit of a break as Borisenko. His jersey is just ripped up the back. We're going to have to get one of the sewing kits from the hotel and fix that up a little bit. Hard rip across to Poitras.
$25
There's
left.
a backdoor cut. Great opportunity. Early shot by Mulvaney. Almost scored. And Manitoba not really arguing for a back inside. It was just inadvertent bouncing off a player. And that will give the War Chiefs 10 seconds left here on the power play. See if they try to get a shot off. They are going to go backdoor. It doesn't quite connect. There's another chance. That one goes off Medaniuk. Rebounds out. And Seneca feeds into the middle, but it skips away. And they're going to say, did they say through the crease? Or, okay. So Manitoba gets possession. So again, if you're not, just for anyone who's not familiar with the rule, you can't run through the crease and be the next player to play the ball, or run through the crease and receive a pass. There's a, yeah, the opponent's crease. Sorry, the offensive zone crease. Pass onto the crease. At the offensive end for Manitoba, there's a shot by Borisenko. It's stopped by Benedict. Man out ahead. Oh, what a catch by Jimmy Chadwick. Can he bury it? No. Gets a little sharp. He tried to reach across with one hand and dunk it in. Got a little too steep on the angle. You can hear Darius Kilgore exhorting his troops. He's very much calmer on the bench than he was back in his NLL days.
Yeah.
And a very different style teaching these young players. What a resource he is for Jimmy Chadwick and his teammates. Right now, he's being pretty clear what he wants them to do. Pass to Poitras, handcuffs him, but he gets it back. It's blocked in front. Little shovel shot. Benedict just caught that between the edge of his stick and his leg pad. That was very close. Cam Stuckey just quickly whipped that one at the net and almost was rewarded. Still a one-goal game. We've got just over 14 minutes to play here in the third. Martin sidestepping. Scanlon's high pass pulled down by Seneca. That was Caden Porter who gave it over to Forte. He's going to drive to the net. He's checked by Ritchie, and the ball does touch Riley Medaniuk, so a fresh 30 for the Seneca War Chiefs. Pass through the middle. There's a bounce shot by Ron John, or by Caden Porter. Gets it up and out of play. They're going to say a touch to Manitoba player. Another 30 for the War Chiefs. Scanlon cuts to the middle. Nicely checked there by Evan Ritchie. Toe drag, spin. Seneca trying to work his way free. He's going to just backpedal and look for something else. Ritchie gets by him. There's a shot. Keelan Seneca, a hard-working shift, eventually is rewarded and makes it 7-5 War Chiefs.
You just had to know that goal was coming. Reset after reset after reset, and you just hand the ball over and over again to this War Chiefs team. They're going to make you pay, especially when number 63 has the ball in his hands, so deadly, coming down Main Street and just ripping that shot on the run.
13:31 to go here. Face-off violation by Clay Scanlon out to take the draw. So Manitoba will get the ball. Cam Stuckey was there. Poitras. Down to Borisenko. Lobs it over to Zun. Hits Borisenko, cutting, in the middle to Wasney, but it was just a little low and away from him. May have been tipped. Zun to Borisenko. He's going to come up over the top and let one rip. It's blocked by Gutsch Salinas. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Glutowski to Borisenko. He's running through traffic. Gets a shot off, and it bounces out to Glutowski. They had possession anyway, but as Borisenko is flattened, it is awarded to him. Borisenko looks up and says, that's it, possession, no penalty. It's the third period of a semifinal game here. Glutowski is being held by Ryan Kidd. Boy, I think that one may have reached the level where it needs to be called. Borisenko feeds it through to Wasney. He's hit. Now we have a penalty coming. Roughing call to Gutsch Salinas. I think that may be a cumulative penalty.
I think you might be right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Gutsch Salinas not pleased with that one at all, and we'll have to take a look here. We'll see it again. And that's where the pass comes in. I mean, I don't love that, but like you said, I think with the other couple of calls, maybe that could have gone their way. Don't want to call it a make-up call, but
that's why I said cumulative.
yeah, that's a nicer term.
Poitras. Go across to Zun. Back to Bezecki. His hard shot off the shoulder of Benedict is going to come back to him. He is tied up, but did a nice job of at least limiting the chance. You can see Cameron Carpenter is upset. The official was in the way. Great ball movement. Zun with the shot and the save by Benedict. Boy, Andy Zun is not quite connecting at the rate we're used to him seeing him, but a lot of credit to Benedict. He has been very sharp.
Very sharp indeed, but that ball movement by the Blizzard was so good. That's the perfect look that they wanted to give up.
Minute 12 in the penalty. War Chiefs into penalty kill mode. Caleb Benedict at the line, trying to see where he can go. He makes the pass across to Williams. Gets it back on the give and go. Oh, what a save off the crossbar, actually. I think where the crossbar and post meet. Almost looked at first like it hit the stick of Medaniak, but it came out pretty fast.
Yeah, I think that was the Crost.
Now it's Bielik up at the line, and he will whip it across to Keelan Seneca. And then again, after making the pass from near the restraining line, the cut to the net. Now Benedict's going to go. He's picked up pretty handily by Matt Carlin. Seneca along the far boards, 30 seconds left in the penalty now. That pass to Benedict gets away, but he is able to corral it off the boards and swims back up to the top. Great pickup, as Matt Carlin was right there, ready to snag that ball if it had gotten loose. Here comes Papanek to cover Bielik. 12 seconds. That is a very effective power play or penalty kill by the Seneca War Chiefs. So Salinas will step to the bench.
No harm done on that hit, and now you establish that you're going to pay the price when you cut to the middle.
Ron John was the man who came off the bench. He feeds backdoor, but Medaniak is waiting for the backdoor attempt by Cody Bielik.
Yeah, that's perfect anticipation. He knew that was coming, cheated a little bit, but hey, if you cheat and don't get caught or get burned, no problem there at all.
Borisenko adjusts the arm pads as we are nearing the midway point of this third period in what has been a riveting semifinal, and there's a penalty coming in the middle, illegal cross check. Trying to see who's going off. I think it's Evan Printup.
He's slowly moving to the penalty box. I think it is Printup.
So we would like to thank our sponsors once again, Twin Leaf today, making this broadcast available so that you can watch these games free on JVI Sports Network. Thank you to them, Twin Leaf, for letting us bring you this fabulous lacrosse. Poitras to Zun. Goes down low. Borisenko back up. Poitras has a lane to shoot. That one misses. He's trying to get it back. Good Salinas is there. He comes up with it. Flips it behind him. Great play. And it's picked up on the run. Ritchie coming off the bench to try and stop Chadwick. Does so. And Chadwick will slow things down, pulling the ball back out. Throws it up to the top. Borisenko with the half-hearted wrap check attempt. He knew he wasn't in position to really get it away from Forte. This is where you wonder about the 15-runner situation.
Yeah.
How is Manitoba's energy? Well, can Borisenko get there? He does. Oh, but can't pick the ball up. Still bouncing around. Ron John will get there first. Lutz on him. John with the long pass to the man on the crease. What a save, Medanyuk. He's keeping him in this one. When you have a last line of defense like that, you can afford maybe the odd breakdown like that one definitely was.
Oh. Medanyuk has been unbelievable here, especially in the third period when, like you said, the wheels starting to fall off defensively. A couple of mental lapses, but he's bailing out his boys big time.
Martin lobs it across. Keelan Seneca takes the ball. Seneca. The War Chiefs wanted a hold on Kieran Mulvaney. Didn't get it. Scanlon was flirting with the restraining line. 12 seconds left on the power play for Manitoba as the ball gets free and is snagged there by Matt Carlin. High pass to Zun that he had to jump and twist to catch, managed to do so. We're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse and Manitoba with possession, 8 minutes to go. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire's JVI Sports Network coverage of the Founders Cup. The pass gets away. Zun tracks it down. They've got 7 to shoot. Poitras over to Borisenko. Zun is on the bench for a defensive player. They've got 1 to get a shot off. It was stopped, I think. I don't even know if they were calling that a 30-second violation, but that long pass is thrown away. Lutz will just get in the way of his man and allow Medanyuk to come up with it. He lifts it out to DePape. And there is Wozny. Cole Wozny will leave it for Borisenko. 7.5 minutes to go. Lots of time for Manitoba, but every tick of the clock gets them closer to needing to make something happen. Wozny's shot tried the long bouncer, too much angle, and it gets up out of play, and Seneca gets it. 1-on-2 for Sherman Williams. He's just going to take his time, lob it back up to the top, give it to Ron John. John slips through the middle, gets the pass. Great trail check. What a play by Evan Ritchie.
Potentially saved a goal there, as we know how dangerous John is on the crease.
Wozny's pass connects. Here's Zun. He's running in all alone. Shoot, saved by Benedict. We have been effusive in our praise of Riley Medanyuk, and once again, though, Benedict has been terrific as well.
A huge save there. Got to think maybe Andy's on. Think about feeding Gutowski on the crease. He's so good with that quick stick. And the way Zun's been shooting the ball, just not sinking for him.
Boy, you're a shooter, though. You get that open lane. I don't really blame him. There's a shot that bounces wide. Tracked down by Sherman Williams. Shot clock about to expire, so he just one hand flings it down into the end of the zone. Manitoba with another possession. 6-10. We've got probably about 4 minutes before they think about pulling the goalie. Almost picked off, and now it is picked up by Seneca. Sprinting up the floor, and Liam Anderson just pulls aside. Smart decision. I love the push the pace and see if there's something there. When there's not, you immediately pull it out, and Seneca will set up on the offense.
I think that's really the motive of this War Chiefs team, and we're finally seeing them do that here in the third period.
Ron John feeds it across to Bielik. Right through, wide open. Great save again by Medanyuk. Pressure. Nice forecheck, but Manitoba retains the ball. That was Blaise Bezecki back in his own end. Oh, but it's stripped by Bielik. He gets it away.
It's actually
from
a
Ritchie.
miscommunication as Bezecki was going to the bench, and I believe that pass coming to him, just not expecting it.
Yeah, Evan Ritchie just didn't realize, or sorry, Taylor Ritchie didn't realize that Bezzecchi was not ready for the ball. Boy, those seem so much more costly as we get late in a semifinal game. Penalty coming, and that will be an opportunity for Manitoba as there's an interference call in the offensive zone by Dawit Martin.
And those penalties will just drive you absolutely bonkers if you're a head coach and you see Darius Kilgore right there shaking his head, looking up.
Illegal cross check is the call by Mark Thompson.
Not too sure if he's disappointed with his player or the official, but nonetheless not pleased with that play.
Possibly both?
Yeah. Yeah, that could be true. Never thought of it that way.
Disappointed with his player putting himself in that position that the official can make a call that he may not agree with.
There you go.
Bezzecchi and Zunn back and forth. Zunn's got it. He's going to rip it. Saved by Benedict. It comes straight out to Bezzecchi. Fresh 30 for the Blizzard. Bezzecchi and Zunn just playing catch at the top, waiting for something to open up. Poitras is in the middle. Borisenko feeds him. Beautiful finish. They go to Poitras. The captain rewards them. Great passing, great goal. It's 7-6 with 4:31 to go on the power play marker.
Steven, you mentioned it. Just those two passing back and forth, and you said they were waiting for something, and they did. They found it, as you see. We'll see a couple of passes here. Then it gets down to Borisenko. Borisenko finds the open man. Colin Poitras cashes in and brings this team within the one.
Poitras was really just standing still for quite a while, and then as the ball goes down to Borisenko, he comes to meet it. He's on his offside, but a beautiful back against the grain shot to get it in, and we have a long setup for this face-off. Then the quick draw out, and it's eventually picked up by Hoya John. Hoya Daiwat John. See, I've been pretty good at that. Here's ball in the stick of Caleb Benedict. The War Chiefs would love to get a goal back here and restore their insurance. And they almost get it off the post. Great look. And Caleb Benedict can't believe he didn't put that one in. Here we are at the other end. Oh, off the post at this side. That was William Lutz. He's gone through the crease. He can't go and check. Great pass, a pass up ahead to Scanlon. 3:50 to go. Wow, end-to-end action. It's hard to believe it's only 7-6 with the scoring opportunities that have been in this game. You see some low-scoring lacrosse games that aren't exciting. This is not one of them.
You can thank the low scoring of those two goalies in between the pipes right now.
7 on the shot clock. Bielik trying to find a lane. Ritchie right out on him. Bounced it off the boards. I think that may have been intentional to try and get it out to another teammate, but they just ran out of time, and here comes Manitoba. They've got some momentum, and they've got Kelson Borisenko carrying the ball as we get to 3:15 to go in the third period. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. This is the Founders Cup on JVI Sports Network. Wozni hands it off to Poitras. Skip pass, Borisenko looking. Oh, right into the stick of Gutch Salinas. Sorry, Liam Anderson. Anderson hands it off. They got a man on the crease. It's a goal. Beautiful finish. Is that Jimmy Chadwick?
Evan Printup.
Evan Printup has 0, not a 9. Wow. We saw him rip one home yesterday, today, or 2 days ago. Today, it's a touch goal.
I've said it so many times. I've been pumping his tires when he goes in transition, and it's for moves like that. He's known as a rough, tough, gritty defender, but when he gets moving in transition and gets his looks, he can make magic happen, and that's what just happened right there.
You saw how gently he took that shot, just dropping the ball over the back of Riley Medaniuk. If he tries to shoot that hard, I don't think there's actually an angle available.
Yeah.
He had to just let the gravity do the work for him a little bit as it falls just under the crossbar. 8-6, Seneca goes ahead.
Medaniuk looking over at his bench, trying to figure out when he needs to leave his cage to get the extra attacker out. Not going to get it on this possession, though.
No, only 14 left on the shot clock. There's a feed through to Zunn, shoots low. Saved by Benedict, picked up, goal Wozni! It just rolled out of the crease. Benedict has been so good with his rebound control, but that one just gets away from him, and Wozni is Johnny on the spot. 8-7, it's a one-goal game again.
I've been mentioning it all game long and all tournament long, really. We've seen the big players come up with the big moment goals, and now Cole Akwesasne, one of those depth pieces, gets the biggest goal so far in this tournament for the Blizzard. Just not even an inch out of the crease.
Oh, and you could see it was Troy Benedict was reaching out to try and get the ball and actually pushed it out of the crease. He is not going to be very happy with himself. You can tell he's disappointed, but he still has a lead. 2:20 to go. Who will get possession here? Borisenko fighting for it, and it's Poitras that leaps in to scoop up that loose ball. Manitoba goes back to the attack. They're going to leave Medaniuk in there now as they're only down by a goal, and they've got some time. A couple possessions remaining. Hoya John watching Borisenko. He's trying to go underneath. Anderson was there to slide. It's a rip by Poitras. That bounces off a defender. Borisenko can't grab it. Akwesasne, the recent scorer, does. They've got 3 seconds to shoot. Borisenko passes down low, can't get it to Zun, and it eventually works its way to Troy Benedict. He'll just hand it off to Jimmy Chadwick in the crease. Chadwick runs ahead to take a pass. Has to reach back for it, but no problem. 1:38. Next possession, expect to see Medaniuk go to the bench if they can get the ball back, holding off the Seneca War Chiefs, who would love to get a goal here. They're going to be patient, though. Use the clock. They're down to 10 seconds on that 30. Clay Scanlon thought about it. Step back to Bielik. Toe drag. Nicely covered there. And again, pressure the save by Medaniuk. 1:12 to go. Medaniuk, they're going to take a timeout. He makes the long pass ahead. Actually connected with Garrett DePape, but they take the timeout. And we'll set it up. So a 1-goal game, Pat Gregoire. Wow, this has been terrific lacrosse.
Usually you'll probably want to wait a little longer to use your timeout there, but obviously the coaching staff of Manitoba felt there might have been some trouble with Medaniuk not really having much options with the ball and his stick in the crease. And instead of trying to throw that risky long bomb pass up the floor, they decided, let's call timeout, slow things down, set something up, get Medaniuk out of the crease, and try to tie this thing up.
They may have wished they didn't, considering they completed the pass, but it was a risk, and the timeout was asked for before that pass was thrown.
Yeah.
Trevor Anion, the head coach, assistant coaches Rob Wilson and Sam Wladka. I don't even know. Wladika.
Close
Wladika,
enough.
yeah. But I got to give some credit to the staff.
We'll have to get confirmation of that pronunciation tomorrow.
Sure. Now Medaniuk is on the bench. 6 attackers, and Akwesasne running with the ball. Hands it off to Bezecki. We've got Klutowski in the middle. Now Borisenko slips in. Zun has a man on the back door. Can't connect with Akwesasne. He's going to try and corral it into the boards. Oh, he has run into the boards from behind. Penalty coming to Ron John. Wow. 53.2 seconds. Medaniuk is back out in his crease, and Manitoba will be on the power play.
I don't believe that's Ron John.
It's not Ron John.
It's actually Peter Masters.
Peter Masters,
yeah.
88, not 33.
Yep.
So, yeah, it didn't look like Ron John afterwards. I thought I'd wait, but I mean,
we'll see it here.
I don't disagree with the call.
You never want to have to make a call like that this
No.
late in the game, but with player safety, being close to the boards, I think the officials had no choice but to call that.
Medaniuk stays in his crease. 5-on-4 for Manitoba. They want to score and force overtime or give themselves a chance to try and even win it before regulation ends. The War Chiefs just want the time to tick. Backdoor pass. Zun gets it. Tries to go to Poitras. That is Ron John picking that one off. Forecheck all over him. Timeout. Seneca. And Ron John, I don't think he was able to call the timeout because he was swarmed by blue jerseys. Now, Manitoba's going to have to go full-on pressure, try and get the ball loose. Oh, what a game.
Unbelievable game. Huge play by Ron John. We've seen him score so many beautiful goals in this tournament, make great plays, but a little play like that is so big in the big scheme of things. That could be his biggest play of the tournament so far.
The winner of this game goes on to face the Elora Mohawks at 5 p.m. tomorrow in the gold medal game. We understand there's a watch party
opening
up at 4 in Elora. So go on the chat at the side, and I believe there is some information.
Head to their Facebook page. I think they mentioned that there would be some more information there. And
yeah, check it out if you're in the area. The whole town's going to be there. Everybody who's anybody. And Troy Benedict does a face plant as he's running out. The turf monster grabs him, and he comes up and whoops it up for the crowd. They give him a big round of applause. He wants them to keep going, and the bench has fun, and now they get serious. The ball in the stick of Liam Anderson. Swim move. Sorry, that's Andrew Forte. He drops the ball. It's loose. He gets it back. 3 Blizzard around, and Borisenko almost had it. 10-second
10
count.
seconds.
They didn't get across. Manitoba has it. 25 seconds on the clock. They have the ball. They don't have to rush. Medaniuk is coming to the bench. They're going to go 6-on-4. The Seneca War Chiefs want the clock to start, but Manitoba didn't have the ball.
No.
They didn't even know where it was. It was up near center. 18 seconds. Poitras gets it back from Bezecki. There's Zund to Poitras. Bezecki has it drop under his stick. He's lost it. It's on the ground. Poitras gets it. Up top, Zund's got to get one. Scores! Andy Zund has tied it up with 2.5 seconds to go. It was a loose ball. It was bouncing. Nobody could control it. And Zund has it pop out to him, and an absolute rocket to the top corner.
Wow, Andy Zund. Steven Stamp, you said it. Andy Zund had to come into this game and have a huge one. He scores 2 huge goals in this one, but this rip right here from the outside is bigger than none.
How about the pass from Colin Poitras? There's the captain. He's just going to close the door and have a rest to get some recovery time. And I don't know if anybody's even going to contest this faceoff. I think they're just going to tie it up, and we'll go to overtime, which will be a full 10-minute period. Yeah,
wow.
Play stops. Wow. I am going to take a quick break and run off and come back. Can you carry things for a couple minutes?
Sure,
here?
why not?
All right.
So in this overtime period, 10 minutes, sudden death, unlike what we saw with Seneca a few games ago during the round robin, where it was 10 minutes, straight time, then followed by sudden death. So it will be the golden goal. You see Rich Kilgore, they are motivating his team. They've been here before. They know what it takes to battle in overtime, but they lost. And you see there a team that's looking to get somewhere that they've never been before, and that is a Founders Cup championship. It has not happened. We'll see here. Borisenko feeding it to Zund. And that rebound, so costly by Benedict. He's been so good for so long. And Akwesasne picks up the trash, throws it home. But as I mentioned, no goal has been bigger than the one scored by Andy Zund. That might be the biggest goal in Blizzard history, tying this thing up. We're almost ready, about 30 seconds until we'll start the overtime period. Pat Gregoire alongside Steven Stamp, who is finally back here. I see there just everyone on that Seneca War Chief bench nervous. They were here just a few nights ago. The stakes are completely different. The stakes are completely different. This time, it's sudden death overtime.
It is?
And yes, sudden death, not a full 10.
Okay, I thought they actually announced it was a full 10. So sudden death, wow, that cranks things up.
That's what we've been told by Matt Carrick, who was at the meetings at the start of the week. So
We're going to take another look at why we are in overtime.
So the broken play here, and Poitras, the heart and soul of this team, just throws an absolute laser pass to Andy Zunn. One of those other core pieces that's been here for 5 years. And I just said it when you were gone, that has to be one of the biggest goals in Manitoba lacrosse history.
100%. They've never won a medal at this tournament. One more goal, and they guarantee themselves at least a silver. The face-off will be critical. Forte and Stuckey. Stuckey pulls it out, but it's going to go over to Gutch Salinas, and Seneca has the first possession. Seneca down to Williams. He's going to drive to the net. He wants to end it right now. It's a crease violation. Manitoba gets the ball. They'll have their chance. Borisenko. Who you got? Goal scorers.
Go Borisenko.
I shouldn't let you go first. I'll take Poitras.
That's fair.
And for Seneca?
You go first.
I'm going to take Ron John.
Alrighty.
Oh, that was almost my guy there.
Yes.
Poitras with the shot. Gutch Salinas gets the ball.
I'll say Keelan Seneca.
I like that pick too. Clay Scanlon has the ball. He wouldn't be a bad pick.
Nope.
There's a lot of good picks on these teams. Anybody can step up. All it takes is one moment of brilliance. Running off. There's Ron John. He's going to circle all the way around, passes it up to Seneca. That shot goes off into the backboards. Ball is loose again. Who's going to get possession? A dive. And the 30-second shot clock will expire. Never got on to Medanyuk. So Manitoba gets possession. We're just over a minute in. There's already been some chances and some excitement. Mulvaney just rolls it ahead, and Borisenko will take the ball.
Great job by Mulvaney. Almost got stripped there, but good on him to stay strong on that ball.
Boy, he's had himself a strong tournament.
Yes.
There's Borisenko. Head fake, goes to the net, shoots. Saved by the hand of Troy Benedict. Here come the Seneca War Chiefs. It's Jimmy Chadwick on the run. Pass almost too far for Ron John, but he reaches out and corrals it, and then casually adjusts his elbow pad.
You can just feel the tension in this arena right now.
Bielik down to Benedict. He backpedals. It's Clay Scanlon. Pick. Scanlon tries the toe drag and Lutz all over him. Grabs the jersey. No call. Shot from the outside. That's going to go wide. They had to force it as the shot clock was about to expire. Here come the Blizzard. Andy Zunn, the pre-overtime hero. Borisenko with a little slip pick, takes the pass, doesn't catch it. Sees the man coming. That was Peter Masters. He is taken down to the ground. He can't believe there's no call. It's overtime, but still at some point. Evan Printup. He's going to pull back out. And I appreciate what Borisenko's thinking there as he goes down. There's a shot and a goal! Sherwin Williams. No, and Darius Kilgore is calling his guys back to the bench. I think Darius Kilgore thinks it's a full 10-minute period.
Well, it looks like Poitras been chatting with one of the officials down on the floor, trying to figure out, in fact, if it was.
Yeah, it is sudden death.
Yes.
Riley Medanyuk has made his way to center. Boy, Kelson Borisenko and the Manitoba Blizzard are just distraught that there was no call on that play. I mean, it's overtime. It's going to be tough to get a penalty. And the thing about it is, I'm not sure if it was Evan Printup that was checking. I'm not sure who it was, but he let the stick go. There was definitely potential for a hold, but as he let the stick go, that was a real effort to not hold on. And I'm not sure I completely disagree with the call. I think it's actually, that's a great effort. Williams with the winning goal. And there's a big hug at mid-floor between Riley Medanyuk and Troy Benedict, and two worthy gentlemen to get those hugs and respect from each other.
Oh, they both put on an absolute show here, and you gotta feel a little bit for Medanyuk because that goal kind of handcuffed him there. We'll see the winner right here. As Seneca just dips that off. Does it go off a stick? I think it did end up going off the stick.
I don't even see the ball traveling in.
Of Blaze Bilecki.
Oh,
you hate to see that happen for the winner.
The Seneca War Chiefs will win their 5th straight Founders Cup Championship medal. 2 bronzes the last 2 years, 2 silvers the year before. You heard Jimmy Chadwick. They want gold. They will get a chance going up against the Elora Mohawks. The bronze medal, that'll be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. The bronze medal game will feature this Manitoba Blizzard team looking for their first ever medal at the Founders as they take on the Coquitlam Adirondacks.
Yes.
Also looking to make some history. BC hasn't had a lot of success lately in the Founders. And we have our 5th place game, or the Tier 2 championship, will be the North Shore Kodiaks and the Calgary Shamrocks.
You know what? This Blizzard team, they can't hang their heads, but they got to be thinking, you know, we're down to 15 runners.
Yeah.
What happens if we have a full team?
Yes.
Not only do we maybe win this game, but, you know,
who knows?
Go to the finals. Who knows what's happened?
Kelson Borisenko named the player of the game for the Manitoba Blizzard.
What an unbelievable performance he's put on all tournament long.
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
And
you can see he's pretty disappointed and rather upset as he walks back into his area. And, I mean, he was taken down to the ground. You can see it from his perspective.
And that's the way his junior career is going to end.
Well, he's got his game tomorrow.
Whoa.
They have the bronze medal game, but yeah. Ron John receiving the award for the Seneca War Chiefs. Pretty well deserved there. Another fantastic performance. He won a bronze medal at the World Field Lacrosse Championships in Netanya, Israel. He's looking to step up at least one step on the podium. Wants to go up to the gold here at the Founders Cup. Final thoughts, Pat Gregoire.
You know, this was another instant classic, and I mean, we're absolutely treated with that unbelievable game. Seneca, you know, they're now going to get another chance to finally prove that they are one of the top teams, if not the top team, to win gold. But you got to feel for the Blizzard. I do truly feel if they had a full team, we'd be talking about a different story here and potentially even in the gold medal game.
Yeah, and great. Just here's the schedule for tomorrow at 11 a.m., the Tier 2 Championship, North Shore in Calgary. 2 p.m., the bronze medal, Coquitlam and Manitoba, and then Elora and Seneca at 5. Please do join us. This is JVI Sports Network. I am Stephen Stamp, joined by Pat Gregoire on behalf of the entire JVI crew. Thank you so much for being with us. Make sure you join in tomorrow for a final exciting day of the 2018